Hey everyone, thanks for watching today's wellness webinar. This week we'll be talking about a topic that has become a more apparent issue for many folks during this time, and that's time management. Especially for those who've been working from home, it can be easy to lose sight of the concept of time as the hours, days, and weeks start to blur together. Maybe you've noticed yourself spending all day in your PJs, never actually starting on your daily tasks. Or maybe you look at the clock and it's all of a sudden 5 p.m., but you feel like you haven't made any productive headway. For a lot of people, this shelter-in-place period has really messed with their sense of time and their ability to stay focused and motivated, especially with work, which is why today we will be talking about time management and reviewing some strategies to help get you back on track. Our time can be divided by many competing demands, like family, work, health, and personal time. It's important to manage your time effectively so that you can find a balance between all of these things and have time to do what you want. We need to treat time as a valuable resource and manage our lives around it. Time is limited. We only get 1,440 minutes or 24 hours each day. We operate within a set structure of minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, and years. Although we can't make more of it, we can make the most of the time we do have. Time is not guaranteed. You can't know for sure how much of it you will have or what events might come up. You can't save it up and use it later. It just keeps moving. We use it or we lose it. And finally, time is valuable. Think of time like any other resource you manage, like money or energy. You need time to do things, and the amount and quality of time you allot yourself can determine what you accomplish and how satisfied you are with life. So, what can you gain by managing your time more effectively and maximizing this resource? Well, for starters, time management helps lower stress, which makes sense since time is one of the biggest stressors for adults. Time management is also crucial in the workplace. There's a reason employers often look for this quality in applicants. You may have heard the saying, work smarter, not harder. Time management helps you get more done in less time. People with strong time management skills have greater productivity and efficiency, a better professional reputation, less work-related stress, more opportunities for advancement, and greater personal satisfaction. Time management also matters for general satisfaction with life. You can have more time to do the things you want to do, like hobbies or spending time with loved ones. And during the time you do get to spend on these enjoyable activities, you can be more present without feeling like there's something else you should be doing. So we know that time management is important for our mental health and personal and professional lives. Let's move into how to get started on your time management plan. The first step to effective time management is setting goals. Goal setting helps direct how to spend your time and should be done both personally and professionally. By knowing your desired outcomes, you can prioritize what will help get you there and minimize what won't. These goals need to be SMART, or specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. Be specific with what you want. Avoid setting broad, unstructured goals. Measurable, so you have to be able to determine when the goal has been achieved and be able to measure your progress along the way. Set attainable goals. Unrealistic goals only set yourself up for failure and more wasted time. Goals should be relevant to your personal or professional life. And finally, the goal should be timely with a set completion date or time frame. Once you've written down your goal, don't stop there. Finish developing a plan. Write down the action steps you'll need to take or the tasks to complete in order to achieve that goal. Having a goal alone won't be enough direction to help guide your time. You'll need this information for the next step in your time management plan, so go ahead and take a minute to jot this all down. Once you know what it is you want to accomplish and you have an idea of what you need to do, it's time to develop a plan and create an organization system to help you stay on track. Everyone is different, so find a system that works for you, whether it's written, electronic, color-coded, calendars, planners, pictures. Find a system that you'll stick with. Start with a written list. Think daily, weekly, and monthly tasks. You might choose to assign tasks to a certain day or just keep a running list, or even a combination. You could also try making your list on Sundays or the night before, so you're starting out the next day ready to go. Update your lists, marking off what you've completed and adding new tasks as they come up. Even if it's a task that you ended up finishing before adding it to your list, still add it and cross it off. This will help you feel more accomplished so that you can continue to feel motivated. The tasks on your list should be specific and detailed to provide as much direction as possible. Refer back to your goals. What specific actions need to be taken to help you achieve them? You can group similar specific tasks together on your list so that it seems less overwhelming and flows more logically towards your goals. Also, list tasks that might not be relevant to your goals but need to be done anyway. For example, replying to emails, doing chores, or paying bills. These tasks are important and sometimes urgent, so they should still be included. Prioritization is important. Figure out which tasks are the most important or will have the biggest impact on your goals. Focus your energy on doing what will give you the greatest payoff, rather than wasting time worrying about more trivial tasks. Find a way to identify these tasks as priorities in your organization system, perhaps with different colors or a numbering system. On the next slides, we'll review a couple tools for helping you sort out priority items. Assign timelines or due dates to your tasks. This can help you figure out what's urgent versus what's important, helping you decide where to focus your energy. Try allotting a specified amount of time to certain tasks to get an idea of what you can realistically accomplish in a day. If you realize early on that you won't have enough time to do everything on your list, you may be able to find another alternative, rather than rushing through the day, stressed that things aren't getting done. And finally, build flexibility into your schedule. No matter how much planning you do, things will inevitably come up. Avoid scheduling the whole day. This is not sustainable or realistic. Instead, try to allow some buffer time for interruptions or distractions. Leave unplanned time in your day. Or, if you're able to anticipate being interrupted, try scheduling more routine tasks during this time rather than more energy-intensive tasks. Let's circle back to prioritization because this is one of the most important pieces. I wanted to share a couple tools to help you with this, and the first is called the ABC method. So you start out by assigning each task a letter, A for the highest importance, B or C for the lowest importance. And then each subtask related to that task is further prioritized with a number, 1, 2, 3, and so on. And so you would first complete an A1 task and then move on to an A2 task. And once all the A's are done, you would then move on to the B1 task and so on. Or here's a picture to help get you started from your original unsorted list and then dividing them out into the letters and then further into the numbers. Another tool for prioritization is the time management grid. This helps you compare what is urgent versus what is important. The first box has tasks that are urgent and important. So these are things like important deadline-driven projects or crises that might arise. The second box is important but not urgent. These are more long-term tasks that need to get done but aren't due yet. Break these projects up into smaller pieces so you can chip away at them one day at a time. Or this could also include things like relationship building, personal growth, preventative activities like your health, also still important and need to be worked on daily, but are not quite as pressing. The third box is urgent, but not important. These are often distractions or interruptions, like calls, meetings, or doing a favor for someone. They don't really matter to your overall goal, but they do need to be acted on now. Most of the time these items are a quick fix, but sometimes they end up making more work, so try to minimize or streamline these tasks. And the fourth box is neither urgent or important. These are things like busy work or certain leisure activities, not directly related to self-care. So try using these tasks when you need to take a break since they are lower stakes. Sort your list into which category on the grid they fall under. Prioritize the important tasks first, especially the ones that are also urgent. Now that we've talked about how to develop your time management plan, we'll end on a few final tips to help your plan run smoothly. First, you might find it helpful to start out by doing what's called a time audit to figure out where your time goes. Oftentimes what we think we spend our time on is different than what we actually do with our time. So try tracking your activities for a few days or a week to get a better sense of what it is that you're doing. This can help you identify where you need to work on becoming more efficient or focused. If you're working on a task that you find overwhelming or difficult to focus on, try breaking it up into more manageable pieces before you burn out and waste more time. Especially if it's a large but important task, try breaking it up into even smaller tasks or set a timer, knowing that you'll be moving on when it's over. Chip away at things until you eventually reach a point where they become more manageable to finish once and for all. And remember that quality does not have to be perfection. You have to know when to call it quits. Perfectionism can lead you to spend more time than necessary on tasks and can even become a form of procrastination because you're working forever on something that'll never get done while keeping you from doing what actually matters. It can be easy to get hung up on the details, but try to keep the big picture in mind. Multitasking, it makes you feel like you're doing more, but actually it takes longer to achieve a given task and reduces the quality of the final product. So avoid multitasking, focus on just one task at a time and finish it before moving on. Think about when you're at your prime. Perhaps you work best in the morning or the evening. If you know you get drowsy and lose steam after lunch, plan around this. If your brain works well and it's fresh in the morning, do your most important or demanding tasks then. And take breaks. Take a break in between tasks. Reward yourself for finishing something and give yourself a few minutes to refresh. This will help you stay focused as the day goes on. And it's also a good idea to schedule this break time into your day so that you can take longer breaks for things like eating lunch, taking a walk, napping, or meditating. Remember to schedule time for yourself. Practice self-care by getting enough sleep, drinking water, eating throughout the day, and exercising regularly. It's important that you take time for yourself so you can maximize your mental energy and productive time. For more tips or ideas, I would encourage you to check out the Wellspring EAP. They have a lot of articles with tools and tips for time management, goal setting, and organization. You can also always reach out to an Atlas Wellness provider through email or phone, and we can help you with things like setting SMART goals, prioritization and organization tools, or working through your time management plan. So don't hesitate to reach out, and thanks for watching.